Okay, in this video we're going to look at lab 15. This is the last lab assignment for the course. First I'm going to log into my account and give you a demo of the correct solutions. And each one here has a file to copy from. So the first one, it's instead of the area program from class. So if you run it without any arguments, it's telling us that we're supposed to give a length, a width, and a height. And all it does is multiply them together. That's the volume if you had a rectangular prism of these dimensions. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is, let's run it. Okay, so this is telling us that we're giving it some number of arguments. And it just prints them in reverse order. And the labels end there are not good labels, but I'll leave them alone. If you could give this anything and it prints it in reverse order. Okay, so that just prints them in reverse order, and that is copying from, so take the empty.js, because that already prints all of the arguments, and now you just want to print them in reverse order, but without the node lab15.2.js. The third one is coming from the person.js, and the person.js was a program from class where you would run it like, so you would run it with a first name, a last name, an age, and a color, and it took that information and just printed back a sentence, hello. Now we're going to add in a password. And the password is 42, like this, case sensitive. And if you put the right password in, then it just prints just like it did before. If you don't, then it says incorrect login, access denied. If we look at the file from class, this was in the objects directory. Person. Okay, so in here there were some functions created there that we call the create person, and then it greets, and then this was a demo of a method. So first of all, take this out. Then in the create person, there's an outline here of what you need to do. So in the create person, add an additional property called password that should be set equal to arguments bracket 6. That would be a new line that goes here, similar to the other ones. So that would put a password in. You need to update the checking of the number of arguments so that it expects one more than it did before, and make the usage statement correct. And let's see what else. And then you need to have code down here to check what they typed for the password. So this can happen no matter what. The greet person should only happen if it's the correct password. So there you need to check the x.password. So x.password right here, you need to check to see if it is 42. So that's one way they can get access. The other way is if they are first name Bob, last name Smith, case sensitive, also give them access and run the greet. So if I run it like this, so it doesn't matter what the password is if it's first name Bob, last name Smith, case sensitive. So that checking would be before you print before you do the greet person. The greet person does the greeting. So that should only happen if the password is 42 or the first name is Bob, the last name is Smith. Okay, the next one was coming from the points program. In the points program from class, you gave it x1, y1 for a point, x2, y2 for a point, and it computed the distance. Okay, so now you're going to copy that file and make a new, just get rid of the make point function and put this one in instead that has this, which is a function that'll give a string version of the point, so that it'll print nicely like this. Let me give a demo and you can see. So 0, 0, 3, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so what it does here is it says the distance from the first point to the second point, and from the second point to the third point. And I picked those numbers because that's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. If you look at it, if you plot it out, that's what it looks like. Okay, so the 0, 0, 3, 4, 3, 4, 6, 8, that is what is returned by my print function. If you copy and paste and put my make point function in, if you do p1.print, it doesn't actually print it on the screen. It gives you back a string version of it that you can use in your console.log. So if we look at the file from class, this was in the objects directory and point. So there's a console.log here, so the distance is, and it just has the distance. Now we can make a nicer message, so from this point to this point, using this. So you just have to copy paste that, and then you can use p1.print with parenthesis, and that'll make the nice version of p1 for printing. And the last one. So this is one that was copied from the find average min max. So in class we had the example 3, 4, 5. So the minimum of those is 3, the max is 5, and the average is 4. Now it's also checking to see if they're in ascending order, descending order, or neither. So if I run it like 10, 8, 3, that's in descending order. If I run 10, 10, 3, that's also considered descending order. If the two numbers are the same, that's considered in descending or ascending order. So this would be ascending order, and if you put all numbers the same, then it's considered to be in ascending order and descending order. If we do 10, 20, and then 5, the min, max, and average are all the same. The check for the ifs says it's mixed order. So in the file from class, this was in the JavaScript functions. Okay, so you're going to copy this file. This is where the console.logs happen, so you should add some extra if tests right here. You're either going to print ascending order, descending, or mixed. Alright, that's it. And as usual, you should be able to copy and paste this into your account and run it to get the files started. Let's just verify that that works. Right, that should be changed to lab 15. Let's go ahead and change that. so that should put those into lab. Let's just make sure that that works. And in PuTTY, right click is paste. Alright, let's go and look. Of course, you need to make your lab15 directory first. I already have done that in this account. Okay, now if I run lab check lab15, it always runs on the usage statement first. So all of these will say let me put this in Emacs so that I can get it better. Okay, so this is the usage statement output of the program. lab1.js is not correct for, this is without any arguments. So the file from class just said not enough arguments, and then the reference said this. And so on for the rest of them. So you would first get your usage statement correct, and then work from there. Right, that's the usage statements there. Okay, so that's it. Good luck with the lab.